everyone, so we are back with trying to finish every series I'm in the middle of. Today we're gonna start with A Curse for True Love. I don't own the physical copy because this book only exists in hardback and I have the first two in paperback, so I'm waiting. I think it comes out in June in paperback, so I'm gonna wait until then to buy it. I'm gonna start it now. I haven't started it at all. The second book had a crazy ending and I read the second book in part one, so if you want to go and see part one as well, this is gonna be a spoiler-free reading vlog kind of thing. I'm excited because I really loved the second one, but apparently there's like conflicting opinions about this one. Some people loved it, some people hated it. The ending of the second book was insane, so I'm really excited to read this because I need to know what happens. This better have a good ending. It's a YA fantasy book, surely. But you know, this lady, Stephanie Garber, she knows what she's doing. She's scary sometimes. This will make me finish the series. This is the last book, it's the third book in the trilogy. Let's start. I am so upset. The repercussions of the end of the second book are carrying through in this book, obviously. And something insane happened in the first book. So like, I'm 16% through. You get the point of view of a character that I cannot care less. Actually, let me rephrase that. Of a character that I cannot fucking stand. So it's so annoying. This man. Why am I getting the point of view of this man? I hate this man. And I love Evangeline, but obviously I'm not loving her as much because of what happened. I can't even talk to you. I can't even share it with you. I don't want to spoiler it. Like, it's so upsetting. I hate it. I'm hating it, but I love it, but I'm hating it. So I am around a third in. I'm 33% in. I had a great chapter a couple of chapters ago. If you read this book, you know what I'm talking about. Finally, I missed him. But we still are very much in like a point where nothing is happening. Like, not much happened the first 33% of the book. I think it's gonna start picking up soon because my favorite man has come back finally. There's a lot of chapters in the point of view of a character I don't like. I hope we don't get any more chapters from his point of view, or at least they slow down because I don't want his chapters. I'm gonna keep reading and hopefully now things are gonna start picking up soon. I just read 2 words and these 2 words were one bed. That's all you gotta know. One bed. Stephanie said, I know the girlies want it, I'm gonna give it to them. I haven't really updated you on Mr. A Curse for True Love. Finished it last night. I literally binged it. I read 65% of it last night and I enjoyed it. It wasn't my favorite. I think out of the 3, it was my least favorite book. It's because I think the second book was so good. Then this just, I feel like it felt a bit rushed, and at the end of it I still have a lot of questions, but apparently Stephanie Garber is making more books with other characters, spin-offs of the spin-offs of the spin-offs. So maybe that's why I still have questions, because we'll have, like, you know, a book about them. I really want a spin-off of Chaos and Lala. That's what I want. That's what I want. It just felt a bit rushed. For like 60% of it, it was still the same problem. And then the last 35%, a lot happened. But like, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the series as a whole. I strongly recommend, especially if you like fantastical YA, cute enemies to lovers. You should. Morally grey man, perfect. I love the series. I just didn't love this book. But I'm happy that I finished it. We finished the series, guys. One of the 50,000 I'm in the middle of. But yeah, enjoyed it. Very happy I read it. The second book is beautiful. The first and last were okay. I think the first one I gave 4 stars to. Second one I gave 5 stars to. The third one I gave 3.75. And you know when I tell you, oh, the one bed thing, it didn't happen. She just wrote one bed and then There was no one bed trope. How sad. On to the next series. Okay, hello. So I decided to start reading Authors Like Us by Kristen Becker Ritchie. It is the third book in the Like Us series. Now, if you don't know the Like Us series, it's not extremely well known, but it's a spin-off of a very well-known series, which is the Addicted and Calloway Sister series. And I read them so many years ago. I don't even remember the year, 2020. And it was one of my favorite series of all time. Shush! And it was one of my favorite series of all time. And there's 2 spin-offs to that series. I think there's gonna be a third actually coming out, I'm not sure. The Bad Reputation duet that I haven't read. And I don't really plan on reading, but we'll see. And then there's the Like Us series, which is literally all of the love stories of their kids. Now, it's not all of the kids, because I think they're gonna make another spin-offs with the Cobalts themselves. I don't know. First 2 books were about Maximoff Hill. It's a bodyguard romance, so his bodyguard was a young man and he's beautiful. They're both beautiful men. I read the first 2 and I really enjoyed them, so I thought I'd read the third. And they're all on Kindle Unlimited, so if you wanna read them. And so I'm gonna start Authors Like Us. I hope it's just as good as the first 2, because I really enjoyed the first 2. Very quick read, like very quick. I read them in like a day and a half, even though they're not short books, but they're very quick. So Authors Like Us. And I'm excited to go on with this series, but I'm pretty sure it's like 13 books, something silly like that, something like 12, 13 books. So it's gonna take me a while to get through this series, but hey, number 3. Okay, let's read. Do you know what stresses me out in books? When people bid money, because money stresses me out in general in life, and when people bid money that they don't have in books, it literally gives me so much anxiety. I don't want to read because he's bidding money that he doesn't have. What the fuck? This isn't funny anymore. That was a lot of stress. I need a moment. That was way too stressful. No need. That was beautiful though. That was a beautiful chapter, but... So it's 1 a.m, so I need to be quiet. But one thing about this couple is that they are so good at, like, their banter is so good. Even though this is the 3rd book of them together, so they've been together for 3 whole books almost, like obviously 2.5 I would say, and their banter is still good, like before they got together. Do you know what I mean? You know when like a couple gets together and it's boring because they're like all lovey-dovey? They don't do that. That's why I love them too. They're just so fun because they still tease each other. They still like make fun of it. Oh. Hello everyone. I'm eating. I'm on 64% right now. I think last time I saw you was around 50%. It's going great. I just love this universe so much. It brings me so much comfort and I just feel good when I read these. It feels so easy. And because I read like the Addicted series when I was younger and I love them so much, it just brings me like nostalgia and comfort. If you read the Addicted series, the Calloway Sister series, Addicted series, and not the Like Us series, you should. I mean, I don't know the rest because I know there's like 12, 13 books, I think. So I actually don't know if the rest are good. But the first 3, they are so far. The first 3 are about the same couple. But I think the 4th book, it's another one of the children. It's Jane, I'm pretty sure. But so far, the first 3 about Maximoff and Farrow, great. Something crazy happened that I think I filmed myself, the reaction, but all is good now. And that was crazy. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I haven't really got much to say. As soon as I stopped recording, I started reading again, and I read a very emotional bit. I don't think there is books in this series about Charlie and Beckett. I think they're making a whole new series called The Cobalt Empire, and I'm actually very excited for it now. I really hope there are books about Charlie and Beckett because I really find them so interesting. That was kind of sad. Hello. Okay, so I finished Our First Like Us and I loved it, you know, 10 out of 10 for me. I gave it like, I think 4.5 stars. It was a good book, like, you know, it was fun and I enjoyed it so much. And if you're not reading the Like Us series and you enjoyed the Addicted series, which is right there, you 100% should read the Like Us series. It's so good so far. The first 3 books were great. I know the next book is about Jane and Thatcher, which is interesting because I don't like Thatcher at all for now, but maybe I'll change my mind. It was really fun. I feel like I just love the way Kristen Becker Ritchie writes, so whatever they do, I'll just read. So I can't wait to read more of that series, but it's not now. Now we're gonna read another series. So I read this like 2 years ago. Hi, it's me editing. I forgot to say that this book, the first book, was sent to me through my Amazon wishlist from a girl called Maria Teresa. So I just wanted to say thank you again. I know I thanked you 2 years ago, but thank you again. And I really enjoyed it. I remember liking it so much. I don't remember anything from this. We're reading the second book. Good Girl Reputation. No, Bad Girl Reputation, Good Girl Complex. But when I tell you I don't remember one single thing from this book, I don't. Mackenzie. I didn't even remember her name was Mackenzie. I don't remember. I remember enjoying it and it was very summery. I don't remember anything from this. Like, not one single thing. Like, absolutely. I do get book amnesia though. Like, I read a book, I'll just remember the feelings that I felt and I remember loving this. But I don't remember. But I remember that this girl was mentioned here and I didn't like her. But I don't remember anything else. So I'm gonna go into this not really remembering anything from the first book. We will see. Well, I really hope this will come back to me while I read this. But technically, I think this is like standalones. I might just text Emily because I remember both of us read that. So I might just text her and see if she remembers anything. It's been a couple of days. I haven't updated you, but I only have like this left, which I think is like 60 pages. It's okay. It's nothing revolutionary. It's nothing incredible. It's my fault though, because I am not a second chance romance person. I don't like those kind of books. I don't like second chance romance as much, and this is a second chance romance, and I knew it before I got into this. But it's just like, it's kind of just boring. It's them being in love with each other, not being together. And like this whole thing is just the same thing over and over, and them sleeping together and they're like, no, we're not good for each other. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Like it's the same thing over and over again. I like the writing because I like Elle Kennedy's writing. I've always had. And I like the characters. The characters are actually very likable. I really like them. Do you know what I mean? It's just a bit repetitive, and the thing is, they were in love on page fucking 1. So this is not them falling in love. It's not them, like, this is just them playing ping pong. Do you know what I mean? So it's short because it's only 300 pages, but it's 250 pages too long because it's the same thing over and over again. Also, I don't feel that well. That's why I look like this. So apologies. I'm just gonna try and sit here and finish it, and I'll update you when I'm done. The characters, love. The writing, love. The plot, there's none. Okay, I'm done. I really enjoyed the end more than the rest. I gave it 3.5 stars because the plot just wasn't for me. But I really enjoyed the writing, and I really liked the characters. The 2 main characters were likable, were, you know, flawed, but like trying their best, and I really enjoyed them. And there was a plot, don't get me wrong. I said there was a plot, there was a couple of things that happened, especially the last 100 pages were my favorites. I think the first 200 were very repetitive, but then it got better. I'm probably gonna forget this though. Do you know what I mean? Like this 2 months on, I will not be able to tell you a thing about it. I preferred the first book because it was enemies to lovers, and that's like my favorite trope. This was second chance romance. I don't like, oh, that's Emily talking about this book. I don't like when the two main characters know each other better than I know them. Like, you're already in love, so what am I doing here? Page 1, they've known each other their whole life. And they were each other best friend, love of their life. So, you know, I was there, I'm like, well. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It just wasn't. It's incredible. Wow. I don't know who's the next book about. I know it's called The Summer Girl. Emily! I don't know who's the next book about, so I've got no clue. I know it's called The Summer Girl. Couldn't tell you who's about. I thought it was going to be about Alana, but apparently it's about Tate. Odd. I love a small town, coastal beach romance. I think this is a great beach read. Like, it doesn't involve much brain. Like, you can just read this with your brain off. Do you know what I mean? You can just be at the beach reading this and you're good. This and the first one. I did like a video, I'm gonna put it here, about like all the summer reads, and I put this in it because this gives Outer Banks vibes. Another book done. Oh god. Okay kids, we're gonna end the trying to finish every series. I'm in the middle of part 2 here. I'll see you in part 3 kids. I still have so many series. But thank you so much for watching. I love you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And please like and subscribe. It really helps. All my socials and stuff are in my bio. You know it. Amazon storefront, Amazon wishlist, social media. Everything is down there. I love you. Bye. Ciao.